testing broadcast, so I'm not going to jump into anything just yet. If you're here and I am broadcasting, welcome. Streamlabs is telling me that it is working on putting the live stream live, so I will wait. Okay, we are live according to the widget. Great. So, welcome everyone. This is Ben with the Tiger's Den, back with some more Tome, aka Tales of Maj'Eyal. Streaming a little earlier than usual today because I got back from the dentist a little bit ago, and while I can't feel the left half of my face right now, and having a numb eyeball that your eyelids can still feel is the weirdest experience I've ever had. Last time I got my face drilled into, I had some excruciating pain after the painkillers wore off. So I'm trying to get the stream out of the way before that potentially happens this time, and we'll see. We'll see how long we make it, much like in Tales of Maj'Eyal. So here we are. We have just cleared out the old forest. We've done a couple levels of the maze, which is the alt maze, where it has an incredibly deadly boss. So we don't want to do that yet. And now we can do the sandworm lair. That would be the next dungeon, but I'm actually going to head over to the town of Dearth, because if you remember, Dearth currently has this storm cloud over it. It's being attacked by lightning elementals called Galvanoths, I think, is what lightning elementals are called in this game. Yes, and everyone is being killed, and it's terrible, but don't worry, we'll still be able to buy things, which is what's important, of course. So, lost a lot of characters here, but we're a little higher level than we were those other times. We're about to hit level 22 too, which is sweet because we'll get one of our really cool abilities at level 22. And we can peek around corners right now, which is also very good. So I'm going to move up here to force these guys to come after us instead of us going to them. Ooh, they're even firing off some abilities at nothing, which is awesome. I'm just going to abduct this guy up here. Kill that one. Then I can charge at this guy. And because we know what's there because of our little peek around corners trinket. Can I breathe here? No. Okay. We know that it's safe to dash up there, which is great. Alright, so rest back up. Got max everything. Unfortunately, this is only 10 range, I believe. Let's say here. No. But I believe you'd only see up to 10 range with this, so we can't, like, we have to peek around corners to get an information advantage off of it. We can't just see people that are outside of normal sight radius. Which, of course, that would be great, but it would also be way more powerful. And it's already a very, very powerful effect. So let's abduct this guy, because when we kill him, it'll damage this one as well. And we'll just bop around the corner here, wait for our cooldowns to come back up, then we can, have our ability resisted. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, we have this job Rogroth here. What's this do again? Oh yeah. Deals a bunch of damage and then can restore our resources. 179 is pretty good damage at a range there. Alright, sweet. We hit level 22, so before we do anything else, take a look down here. Oh, we don't have enough strength for Destroyer. Well, I guess we'll pump strength this level. And then we'll take Destroyer next level, assuming we survive. So as we'll see, we'll get more into this when we get there, but very cool ability that takes a bunch of our most powerful abilities and just makes them all way, way better. I think I might put this point into Voracious Blade. This will give us a little bit of Vim regeneration and some extra critical multiplier, but most importantly, this will give us additional melee attack crits, which are extra good because this gives us benefits to all of our crits, including debuffing our opponents. So getting that up as high as possible seems really, really good. Then we have a generic point. What do we want to do with that? Get another extra couple % damage on there. I think I probably like this just to absorb even more damage. Keep going. Since we have such good single target damage at this point, I think that most of what we want is to be improving our survivability. We could take this one too, but I think that we get more overall. Because the heal amount goes up by not very much on this. Well, this is recover stamina too, which is not irrelevant. But I think I'm going to take this one. So I think we'll get more out of that overall. And often it is better to prevent damage than to heal damage, because if you survive by 5 life by preventing 5 damage, or I guess by preventing 6 damage, that's way better than being able to heal an extra 5 damage because you would have just died and then not been able to heal because you're dead. Shocking, I know. Alright, so, ooh, nice. That was perfect. Let's keep peeking around corners. We'll try to stay out of as much line of sight as possible here. Well, that did not quite work, as you can tell. But you can see this guy's approaching, which it's not. So let's... it resisted the abduct again. I don't want to use my speed room, my movement infusion, to get up to them, because that's really the only way we have of escaping. And yeah, especially when we start fighting these ultimate Gwelgoroths. Oh, it's Gwelgoroths, not Galpanoths, right? We very well may need a really quick way of just piecing out. Okay, please get back here. Please get... Come on. There. Yeah. Oh, that's another one, I think. Oh, we have a... So we're not getting hit by anything right now. We have this hurricane effect on us, which is the top-level lightning ability. So that's going to hit us every time a turn passes until the effect falls off. What do we have down here? Oh, I'm just getting a stream quality update from OBS. That's nice. Alright, let's check around the corners again. All of our stuff have cooldowns, so that's good. We know that we haven't killed all of them yet, because we'll get a dialogue box when we do. Oh, we actually can go to the shops during this encounter. I thought we couldn't until we finish this event. As you can see, there's new stuff in the town here at Dearth. So actually, while we're here, let's take a quick look to see if... nope, nothing that'll let us breathe underwater, unfortunately, because gloves... Well, actually, I guess there could be a... Usually it's belts that have that, but we can see if some body armor has it, too. Doesn't look that way. The Scouring Ego is very powerful in a lot of fights, but it's another arcane disrupting one, so we can't realistically get much or any benefit out of that. Okay, so we beat the last one. We talked to this scared halfling, tell him that we killed everyone. And he says they came from nowhere, from the sky. Doesn't know where they came from, but seems to have stopped for now. And we are going to... so this person's telling us... giving us the plot hook, basically, for the next part of the quest. Reclusive town of wise and powerful men somewhere in the mountains. That being the magey place. And then those Zigger something people that claim to fight magic. Why are they not here? Very good question. If they hate it so much, why aren't they helping? But yeah, so that'll give us the next part of this quest, but we do not want to do that yet, because that is... We will just die. We will be very, very dead if we try to do that right now, because the zone itself is pretty tough, and the boss, Urkus, yes, his name is Urkus. He is a lightning mage. He will just mop the floor with us. Let's see. As long as we're here with the alchemists. Alright, so all we need to complete this... so we have two of these quests completed right now. So we can get the Elixir of Mysticism or the Elixir of Focus. And actually, Focus is the one that we want to do. Oh, we got it when we... remember those luminous horrors we fought? Those, like, yellow guys that were healing themselves? And I said, you know, these are pretty tough. We want to see if we can beat them here. So that actually gave us the last thing that we needed to complete this quest. And the Elixir of Focus is, in my opinion, the best for most classes. So this is actually great. So this is a Grimly the Hermit. So we're going to be grateful that we noticed that, because that's pretty good. We're also just going to check out... Oh, this is the Pix place. Every time you hit, like, a big level... like breakpoint, I guess, you get new items at a lot of the areas, or a lot of the shops, so... I'm actually going to take... No, I want to take it off my list. I guess I can't do it from here. I'm going to mark this one. because this one will scale up more once we cap out strength, and also the cooldown's a lot shorter. I don't think we're going to want a healing infusion, but if later we come back and say that that's actually something we do want, it'll be nice to have that on tap here. So this is 217 and a 13-second cooldown. This is 268 and a 16-second cooldown. This is probably better for us because this is scales up with strength, so this will keep scaling up. We're not going to really buff our willpower. I'm surprised we have 26, actually. It must just be incidental stuff we have on our weapons. Turn my system volume down a little bit further there so we're not picking up any feedback on the mic. I could wear headphones to get rid of that entirely, but I haven't noticed a problem. Let me know in the comments if you do pick up some of that feedback, but I just don't like wearing the headphones for this. It feels a lot more like personal to me to not have headphones on for the stream. Okay, so anyway, we cleared that out. That's cool. We can go talk to Eilhna in the Maj'Eyal place, High Peak. And yeah, see, the Stormclaws are still there. We haven't actually finished it yet. But we're not going to do that yet, because she'll send us to an absolute death trap. Okay, so Grimly the Hermit, he's usually over here somewhere. Yep, there he is. Return with the ingredients for the Elixir of Focus. I still can't hear a damn thing. Fortunately, you don't look like the sort that makes interesting conversation. Give him the monster bits. Alright. Alright, wait here. There's a good chance you'll get blown into adventure kibble if you step inside this building. My robe of mad alchemy protection is the only reason I'm not vapor. Okay, so we've completed the first one. And now we'll get to drink that, but we'll also have to see what got finished. Okay, so this is fine. So Maris of Ilvala has completed an elixir of mysticism without your aid. That is totally fine. Elixir of mysticism is, like, it's good for us, but it's not one of the ones that we're really, really, really intent on. The other one that we really want is the Elixir of Foundations, for which you just get a multi-hued worm scale, and we should probably find one of those in the last dungeon of Tier 2, because there's often multi-hued worms there. So we can talk to a Grimly again, and every time you finish a potion, someone else finishes another random potion. Unfortunately, this is they finished one of the ones that was active for us. They can also finish one that is not active for you. But then, of course, the more you finish, the higher the chances that something that you're active on right now will get finished, because there's fewer and fewer choices that could be finished. So I think I want Explosive Force, because 4% spell crit is great for us. We could also do Luck. Usually don't do this one, unless it's like your last thing. Even though we're not a spellcaster per se, almost all of our abilities are spells. Technically, and technically is what matters for this. Technically correct is, of course, the best correct, as we know from Technical Writer in Netrunner. Alright, so now... Oh, we can't actually use this on the world map, I believe. So let's head into Last Hope. And we will use the Elixir of Focus. Unfortunately, we still can't get Destroyer, because we still need 2 more strength for that. A little bit of a mistake there on my part. But we do have really cool things that we can be investing into. We can get some more damage off of Reckless Strike. We can get a little extra range off of our engages. That might actually be what we want to go with here. We could get our Cleave up to even more damage. Could get our defenses up higher. I think that what I want here... Let me see how this continues to scale. I don't think we care about that too much. How's this one keep going up? I think I'm going to put him into Eternal Suffering. Or wait, did I already... Okay. So we're at 33% and a 2-turn reduction / increase of negative / positive effects. And this brings us up to a 52%, and the reduction / increase goes from 2 to 3, and the next level will actually go up to 4 turns. So given that we are getting into levels where there are a lot of powerful buffs that people are putting on themselves, and we've seen like some creatures that we've fought that have put really strong like healing infusions or shields and things on themselves, being able to cut down the duration just passively from that is really good, even though it can only happen every 6 turns. But I think that's fine. And also, we're putting debuffs on people. Actually, speaking of debuffs, we should look at this too, because this is really good. We'll be dealing extra damage. We'll be reducing their fire resistance. A lot of our abilities have fire damage components to them. And then they'll be taking a bunch of fire damage after the effect ends. So this could actually be something you want to look at increasing as well. But I think for right now we're going to put it into this just because getting those abilities and stuff knocked out of people is so good. I probably should put a point into quick recovery at some point. Because we have seen as our fatigue has gone up, and we've gotten more and more abilities that consume more and more stamina. We are running out of stamina on some of these, even not super long, more medium-length fights. But the 0.8 per turn is just so... Ooh, that's a Zigger patrol. Let's go around them. It's just so minimal that I don't feel like it's something that really is super worthwhile. Okay, so actually over here there is a new area called the Volcanic Caldera. I'm pretty sure we die terribly if we go there at this level. We want to be more like in the 30s at that point. And there's an adventuring party. We might be able to kill an adventuring party at this point without too much trouble. And they do carry a lot of bits on them. Oh, actually, that's right, we need the worm scale. That's the other one. They do carry a lot of bits on them for the alchemy quests, and that's why they're attacking us, because they're trying to get our alchemy stuff off of us. And they'll kill us whether or not that quest is active. So there's no way to game that. Oh, okay, that was the hidden compound is over here. That's what you were seeing shimmering before. Well, that solves that question. So the hidden compound is one of the random... It's always there, but it spawns in different places every time. So, anyway. Gonna ignore those guys. Don't need their bits. I would rather not die than maybe get something we want for a quest. Oh, thank you for reminding me that my phone is on phone. So let's get that silenced. Or do not disturbed. Alright, so now we are in the Sandworm lair. Now what is this weird, tiny little dungeon? Well, this is one room of a much bigger dungeon. We have these two sandworms here, which are... we can't damage, they never take any damage whatsoever. And they're going to actually walk around and burrow tunnels through this place. And that will connect other rooms. So we can follow them around and find things to kill and loot. Like terrible adventurers like we are. Let's jump in here. The dangerous part of this is that all these tunnels will only last for a couple of turns, and then the tunnel will collapse. I'm actually going to hit my movement infusion here so I can pick this up, see what it is. 182 with an 18-second cooldown. Worse than ours. These trigger a bad thing. I don't think I want to do that here. I think that some of them are actually perhaps even in the... collapse part of the tunnel, potentially. So if we are in a place that the tunnel collapses in, as you might expect, that is very bad for us. Not only will it deal us a bunch of damage from the sand falling on us, but we will also not be able to breathe. Fortunately, it actually won't be too bad for us because we do have our Wraith Form ability, which I'm pretty sure will let us move through these walls. I should probably check that. And will stop us from needing to breathe within them as well. Ah, yes, Song of the Sands. So the lore items from this area. Ooh, Elemental Dwarven Steel, War Axe of Shearing. One-handed, unfortunately, so it's not going to do much for us. And now we're going to sit here and wait for a worm to show up. I'm just going to hold down the wait button. Usually doesn't take them that long to get back to a room. They don't move completely randomly. They will actually, every time they arrive in a room, they will then pick another room at semi-randomly, I believe. And you can also, every time someone, oh yeah, these are pretty good. Oh, plus 10 will, yeah, that's why we have so much will right now. The right half of my nose just fell asleep. No, the left half of my face, they got an injection. That's weird. Oh, so we got a random here. If you can also kind of hard reset the direction that a worm is walking by switching spots with it, like walking into it. And then it will recalibrate. Alright, not bad at all. Alright, so we got some Dwarven Steel boots here. 4 armor, 13 defense, 7 dexterity. Yeah, that's not really what we want. Dwarven Steel Helm of Knowledge. Also not really what we want when we have our nice Garkul helm. Garkul being one of the heroes of the orcs from a previous age who did lots of really cool stuff. Thrall only wishes he could be as cool as Garkul. Let's say no to that. Usually if a dialogue box comes up and says, would you like to do this thing, that is an indication that whatever it is incredibly dangerous and you probably should not do it. Okay, so presently we are blinded. That means we probably got hit by, there's some sandworms that do blindy stuff. I have no idea where we are or how we can ever move again. Okay, good. Oh yeah, Sandrakes, that's what does the thing. Okay, so we've got a rare Sandrake here. It stunned us, but we have movement infusion on right now too. Oh no. Oh, we're actually asleep right now. Oh, cool. So Dark God just bestowed invulnerability on everyone, and also sheer badassery. So we're momentarily invulnerable. That's good because we're stunned and asleep in an area where stuff's going to collapse on us. Oh god, we just got knocked way back. It's a good thing we have Wraith Form because we might need it to just not die to sand. I'm not going to use sheer badassery right now because that sounds like a good way to get us killed. I will use our really huge deal tons of damage abilities. Oh boy. This is super dangerous. Well, I guess we'll find out if Wraith Form works. Sure does. Oh no, it just slept us again. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, let's hit the Rod of Recall. I think we are dead. I don't think there's a way out of this. What? Oh! We ended... Okay. So what just happened is we ended our Wraith Form inside of a wall. If you are still in a wall when the effect ends, you will randomly teleport. Okay. So never mind, there was a way out of that. We very well could have gotten totally wrecked by that. But as luck would have it, that ability just lines up very well with being in a tunnel, and then the tunnel starts collapsing, and then there's a terrible creature who blinds you, and then stuns you, and then makes you fall asleep. Oh, and it died to down to our time while we were gone. Alright, and it gave us some shots, which we don't care about at all. Cold resistance, armor. What's Enlightening do? 4 cunning, 4 willpower, 13 mental save. Okay, so we've cleared out most of this level, and yeah, there's some in the middle that we haven't gotten to. That's about it. I usually try to cover most of the sandworm lair, but I generally don't care if I get to 100% of every level. Especially because it is rather dangerous, as we just witnessed, but this room is quite nice. Ooh, movement infusion with the warrior. 11 cooldown, 550 move. Worse than what we got. Okay. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to wait until we can get to... Actually, we can do it like this, can't we? So let's cheese this a bit, and we'll hit that and this, and now we can just move over to this tunnel. And there we go. And I'll rest up so that we can get those cooldowns back. Because, yeah, we definitely would have died without Wraith Form there. I don't think we had a way out of that. Well, it was very fortunate. I mean, it was very unfortunate that we ended up in the situation we were in to begin with. But then also very fortunate that we had a way of dealing with it. Again, I'm ignoring the I'm ignoring all of the chests because generally they're just pretty dangerous and not worth the risk that you incur by checking them out. Oh good, we're blind again. I think we can remove blinds with this infusion. Sure can. Oh, it's all the way up there. No wonder I didn't see it. Sentry Ego is actually really cool because it lets you cast Arcane Eye, I think it is. I know, it's Circle of Warding. Sometimes stop projectiles. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, that one went down a lot more easily than the previous one. As you can see, there's lots of really nasty enemies in the Sandworm Lair. So between that and the collapsing tunnels, it is a very not nice place for the most part. Okay, let's hit our movement infusion so we can make it into this place before it starts collapsing, because we don't know how long it's been since that tunnel was dug. Kill some worms, find some more Song of the Sands. Insulating with a belt of giants, I think that's like carrying capacity. Size category +1. Oh, that was a misjudgment on my part. But as you can see, we don't immediately die to a collapsing tunnel. You've got, you can usually take 1 or 2 hits off of it, as long as you have a way out. What's this? Oh, it's a sling. Well, we don't care about that at all. Add another sling. Cool. Alright, let's follow this guy. Oh, that's just going up there. Okay. So never mind that. Let's follow this guy. Oh, there's a guy there. Let's hit our sheer badassery. The badassery, it burns. Such sheer badassery. I don't know how you get the achievements for that, if you have to like kill a certain number of creatures or like a certain difficulty of creatures or what. But okay, so what do we have here? Damage in a radius 20. On crit, cripple its speeds by 30% and deals some damage when hit in melee. Pretty sure that ours is quite a bit better than that. Yeah, this one's purple, so yeah. I feel like even if for no other reason than that, I'm gonna keep what we have right now. Let's hit this movement infusion so that we can hopefully make it through this tunnel and then follow this worm wherever it's going. That worked out nicely. Now, interestingly, even though it is more dangerous in the sense that some of the configurations of enemies are tougher, the alternate Sandworm Lair, I think, might actually in some ways be easier than the regular Sandworm Lair, which is the opposite of how it is in almost every other circumstance. Or I think legitimately every other circumstance. No. Alright, I think we're done here. We can go to the next one. Actually, let's just check out this room up here. Not a lot, but worth a look. Oh, hello. I'll just do that. But the Alt Sandworm Lair is actually one huge, long level that an enormous sandworm digs through, instead of it being lots of little sandworms doing their own thing. So it's more predictable, sort of where things are and where you go and stuff like that. Alright, so we have physical power, which is good for us. Strength, magic, ooh, okay, this is a fantastic item for us. Yeah, let's put that guy here. And then I like to have my, when you have multiple of the same item, I like to have the more powerful one in the second slot, so that if I just sort of like space out and auto-equip something, I'm auto-equipping out of the worse one. I'll just go through and transmog these things. Okay, level 3. I think there are either 3 or 4 levels here. I believe it's 3. Sure, I'll start going this way. Alright, I'm gonna hit the wand here, because that room down there looked pretty... yeah, pretty busy, and I want to know what's coming for us. Ooh, that guy is actually a... let's try to pull it up here. Ooh, it's an Oozmancer, too. Oozmancers are very powerful, especially against arcane, or like, you know, spell-based characters. Ooh, amassed 1,000 gold piece. It's got an achievement. It's good, because now if we die, we can take all that gold into the afterlife with us, and that's what's important. Oops, that was a collapsing one. There's actually a little hack for telling what is a permanent spot and what is dug out, where the spots that are permanently like clear in this are black on the minimap, whereas the other ones are gray, I believe. It's been a while, so I'm not 100% on this, but I believe that is how it works. Okay, well that was very useless. Just gonna go back this way, follow this guy around. I'm not gonna pick up that gold. It's not worth the risk that that part of the tunnel collapses. I hope that I'm not making anyone incredibly creeped out with my smile. I was smiling in the mirror before I started the stream, and it was the creepiest damn thing I've ever experienced. So yeah, if I'm giving you slasher grins right now because I can hardly move the left half of my... well, I can move the left half of my face, but it's not responding the way you usually think of your face as responding when you tell it to do a thing. So yeah, I apologize if that's the case. I'm doing it right now, so hopefully that's not too bad for anyone. But yeah, the last time I got anything done with my teeth, I didn't have much trouble with like my coordination, facial coordination or anything like that, but I did have some pretty bad pain afterwards, so this time it seems to be the opposite for the most part. Although the pain is definitely getting there, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we've got this cloak. What's our current cloak do? 3 willpower, 3 magic, and 5 spell crit. 5 spell crit is actually pretty good for us. This is 11 armor, 7 defense, and all saves. This might actually be better, because 7 defense and 11 armor is a ton. Well, that's versus 3 will, 3 magic, 5 spell. Okay, I'm going to leave this in my inventory, like a pack rat. Because I am a pack rat, I have no illusions to the contrary. But yeah, I think what we have right now is better, because those stats are just very, very good. I mean, again, the willpower isn't great for us. It doesn't do a whole lot. But magic is really good for us, and the spell crit is great for us. It's actually pretty good boots. But I think I like what we have right now more, because we get a bunch of magic off of it. We get... I'll try, this is mana actually, but it's another 6% spell crit. What is our spell crit chance at right now, anyways? Magical, 18% spell crit chance, 13% crit chance. Okay. Okay, wait, we haven't found anything resembling the boss or a way down yet. So, I really don't know. Okay, there's the way down. Great. Okay. So, level 4. I believe this is the last level, which is great, because this place is pretty terrifying. I feel like I almost want to keep this for the lightning resistance, but I'm going to put it on anyways when we need it. Alright, let's hit our wand right now and see what's where. Got another sand drake down here, so I'm actually going to dash into this room with our infusion. Oh, what do we have here? I guess I'm actually going to dash down here and try to kill this, I think, also Oozemancer before it can really mess us up. Great, did it. What did it? Oh, that's a shield, okay. And then an emerald. Gems in this don't have any intrinsic value for most classes. They do for alchemists because a lot of their stuff has to do with using gems. There is, I believe it's, ooh, shoot. That was a big mistake on my part. Less talk, more survive. Whoa! Yeah, molds can do that, but these are all really weak. And then, yeah, I believe it's the Soul Sister, maybe the Mind Slayer class. Oh, here's our boss, Sandworm Queen. We're actually in a pretty good spot to fight her, so that's good at least. I'm going to position up here a little bit further, though. We are asleep at the moment, it seems, or something. Okay, that's good. Kill lots of things. Could probably kill this guy in one shot. Not quite. I wonder if this requires line of sight. It does, so we can't just use that to hit her through all these creatures. But yeah, then you can also, in later acts of this game, you can use gems to infuse jewelry. So like a basic amulet or ring. You can put a buff on it. So as they say, if you like it, put a buff on it. When it comes to rings. I think that's how it goes. Alright, let's try to hit these weak guys again so that we can just get our AoE going. And yeah, they're not able to do a whole lot of damage. These are, a lot of these are summoner, like creatures that the summoner class can bring out. But it looks like we are doing, oh, well, that was a lot of damage. Okay, so let's hit this. Let's hit this rune too, just to summon some creatures to taunt for us. Oh, and let's hit this too, our trinket thing. There we go. So, into the darkness, we have finished 2 of the 4. We have the maze, alt maze, and Daikara left to go. I honestly feel like I kind of want to do Daikara before I try to beat the boss of the maze. Because that guy's just so tough. Alright, so the heart of the Sandworm Queen ripped from her dead body. You could consume it should you feel not enough, or you could attempt to, or you could try to corrupt it somewhere. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what this thing does. It unlocks a category for you to spend generic points on. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. It's one of those things that's never felt super relevant to most of my characters. Oh, hey, we have enough strength to do this now from the stuff we just put on. So yeah, I'm just going to hold on to it for now, and we'll see when we get there, I guess. Okay, so right now, your body overflows with the power of the Fearscape, turning you into a powerful demon for 4 turns. So we get stamina regen and physical power. Oh, that stamina regen is huge. And we get a bunch of disarm and stun resistance. All those bonuses will go up with our spell power along with our level in the talent, so that's great. Draining Assault reduces the cooldown by 1, so that is our 1 ability that is sort of our, heal, get resources back, all that great stuff. Reckless Strike, so that is our huge damage ability. That will get 10 damage penetration for all. I think that by all elements it actually means all damage types, although it could just mean elements, in which case it's worse. But if it's all damage, that's just a straight 10% damage buff. That's even better if our opponent does have damage resistance. Obliterating Smash, that's our big AoE, increases the range, which is great because the range doesn't get bigger with levels. Abduction
If it hits, we get an additional attack with 35% weapon damage. That's our initiation ability here. There we go. Incinerating blows increases the chance of bonus damage by 35%. So that is... where is it? This one. So right now... Oh, so right now we have a 25% chance. That just boosts it to 60 for 1 point and then 10% more per. And that doesn't go up with points into this, if I remember rightly. I don't think this ever increases. Doesn't look that way. So that's great. Fear Feast, gain... Is that this one? This one? What's Fear Feast? Is that one of the things we don't have because it's in a... like, way down a... Where is Fear Feast? So one of these ones? Oh, there we go. Fear Feast. Okay, we don't have that one. And then Mob or Rock, which I think that's this one. Yeah, so I don't have that one either. But this is a great talent. We do have to activate it, and it costs us 38 Vim, which is a fair amount. We have 175 max, it looks like. But it's it takes 0% of a turn to activate, so we don't have to worry about, like, ooh, can we spend this turn to do this? We just get to click it on whenever we want it. Alright, and then over here... Is it actually time to start thinking about going down this tree? It might be. This is another 11 damage reduction on this, though. I think I want to max this out first. It's just so much mitigation that we get off of it. For this we need 50, so we're pretty close to that. So I'm going to put like 2 points in here, and then I'm going to put 1 into strength, because if we unequip our thing we just equipped that gave us strength, we don't, you know, we want to be closer to actually having enough strength to use the talents we just got. Oops. Just swapped with that stand room, so it's going to be confused for a little bit now. Not what you want. And I feel like we're good here. I don't think we're going to get much more from staying around this place. So I'm just going to recall out. I guess I should have looked at what we picked up. We were kind of still in the middle of battle there. Okay, that's not as good as what we have. It's actually pretty good, but I think, again, it's not as good. It is 14% physical resistance penetration, though. That's a lot. Yeah, the projecting attacks with this, plus the extra on crit when we have lots of crits, just seems too good to pass up. 5 willpower for magic. The magic is quite good. Maximum mana, of course, doesn't really do anything. Okay, this one's 3 willpower, 3 magic, and 5 crit. Yeah, I think with the crit, the one we have on already is way better. These are pretty good too, actually. Silence, Confusion, Stun, Freeze, Immunity. Those are all great. I'm going to put these on. So yeah, those condition immunities are super important for getting into this point in the game. Being able to shrug off really nasty stuff like that. Okay, so right now we have a 50% chance to resist Confusion, and about a 1 in 5 for Silence and Stun and Freeze. So that could be better, but 50% Confusion immunity is great. At least those adventurers still. I think I'm going to try to clear out a level or 2 of the Daikara, and then circle back to finish off Alt Maze, or let it finish us off. Whichever one. Oh, here's the Golem Graveyard. I've seen some guides that say that you should do that around the time you finish Tier 2, and I feel like I have just died more times trying to do it at that point than anything else. Ooh. Okay, Alt Daikara. Alright, boom. As you walk toward the Daikara, you cannot fail to notice the huge volcano that erupts in the center of it, right where the path is taking you. You see pyroclasts ejected from the heart of the volcano. They look relatively harmless, but very impressive. I don't think that this matters much for the first couple levels of Daikara, but it makes, in my recollection, it makes the final area with the boss so hard, because instead of having a standard level like this, where there's like corridors and nice things like that, and you can kind of kite things around and do what you will, you just have like every huge, terrifying creature in this huge death pit that you have to try to navigate. And well, and by navigate, I mean just figure out a way not to die terribly as soon as you switch zones. Ooh, so we've got the fragmented essence of Hardcore Zun here. So this is a unique, and they don't look unique because there's lots of them, but they are technically unique. We've got a thief behind us, or assassin of some sort. We're in a really bad spot right here. Oh, also, we are, we're being, our air level was dropping there because someone was giving us a big bear hug that was suffocating us. Oh, it's still dropping, in fact. Can we move right now? Constricted, preventing movement. Let's summon some things to taunt for us. I think it's this one doing the constricting. Okay, we can now move. That's good. Then we can hit this, and we can reposition. I definitely should have done this a while ago. Alright, let's let that infusion saturate. Actually, this one's the infusion saturation. Okay, so we'll just have to accept that that will keep doing its thing. And then let's hit Destroyer here. And do that. And hit them until they die, hopefully. Yeah, we can't really get into a great... can't touch this area because, as you can see, these guys can walk through mountain spaces. So there's no way to filter them out of the combat. But we can, at least by doing this, make sure that nothing else can get in. Alright, 2 turns until we can heal. Heal. Okay. We just beat the last one, so now we have Hardcore Zun. We will summon something in to taunt it. We will hit our Destroyer ability and hit it with some buff damage. What do we have up here? Oh, that's one of my... Oh no, that's just a... Oh, right, that's what I look like when I'm under the Destroyer effect. Our our picture changes to this because we turn into a demon, and I guess that is a demon of some sort. Alright, looks like we're doing well enough here so far. We have our stuff coming off of cooldown. I don't think I want to use an ability to re-engage here, because I don't think it can really hit us from range, and I would rather we spent the time letting our stuff come off of cooldown. Let's actually hit this to give ourselves a damage shield while our other better shields come off cooldown. Also, because this isn't a rune or an infusion, it doesn't put our... it doesn't trigger our saturation, so it doesn't increase the cooldown of our other things. We are getting strangled again. Probably don't have to tell you that's not good, but I will anyways, just in case. This guy's definitely very burning right now, so if we have to, we can use our Blazing Rebirth, heal back to full, and then split the damage that we'll take from using the ability with this creature. Got him. Alright. Killed Hardcore Zone and unlocked Stone Magic. So this is actually an unlock, as you just saw from the thing that literally told you that.
you beat that guy, you unlock the Stone Magic category for, I think, Archmage, Stone Warden, and maybe one more have that thing. I spent a long time... Oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. I have the Dreaming one. And some lore stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not going to use that. But I spent a while hunting that because I really wanted to make a Stone Magic Archmage. And then I spawned in this area, and I found the fragments, which don't have a very high chance of... Those don't hurt you. Don't have a very high chance of actually... of actually spawning. I think maybe just off of what I've seen, I would put it at like... maybe like 10% at best. And that could be wrong, and it could have been changed because this was a while ago. But I spent so long searching for it. Here's the journal of the people that have come up, the expedition that came out here before. So I finally found it, and one of them failed to spawn. And I actually dug through literally the entire level. I dug every piece of mountain out looking for them, and then I learned that there's a bug where sometimes one of the fragments doesn't spawn. So then you can't kill the last fragment, so then Hardcore Zune doesn't spawn, and you're very sad. That was actually the first character that I beat the game with. It was a Wormic, which is the dragon-themed nature warrior guy. Here we've got a demon statue of Rogroth, Eater of Souls, who we beat last time at the end of the stream. So let's actually read this one. So recently, the cultists of Shashay Kaish, who is one of the archdemons, have been speaking of a demon seed, a sort of magical cluster of life essence which can be implanted in a sentient being, allowing it to grow inside them and eventually become one of our citizens. Inspired by this idea, the children of Emerald have developed a prototype of this form of magic, and the children of Onyx have made a chassis to carry it into combat. Rogroth generates countless essenceless seeds from within its flame that embeds it in nearby living beings, so when they expire, their life essence goes directly into the seed and allows it to grow. We have not yet perfected the production capabilities, so currently the seeds will only become degenerate husks when they grow, but fear not. As we get data from the tests of this design, we'll improve on it, and the slaughter of our foes will cause wretchlings, quasits, and even theurgs to spring up from the corpses. With a little bit of luck and some decisive early skirmishes, we can even bypass the problem of getting an invasion force to the surface entirely, growing it there instead. So that is what... Nope. So that is what the demon that we fought earlier was doing, and that is what the class that we unlocked does. Alright, so we got some earthen beads here, an amulet tier 2, 5... All of this willpower stuff, man. We just don't care about willpower with this class. 2 life regen, nature's touch. So, ooh, okay. So this does actually give us a heal. That's probably good enough to put on here. This isn't only because it gives us a way of healing ourselves, which right now we don't have a thing that is just an instant lump heal. This is our only heal ability. Well, I guess this is too, but it's very small. And this is over time. Whereas this is instantaneous. But this also... we can heal something next to us as well. Which, if you remember, we found that escort that we couldn't save. Perhaps if we could have healed her, we would have been able to save her. Um, 169 with an 11 cooldown. Is that better than the things we have marked on here? Yeah, I would say this one's actually a little better. Less heal, but the cooldown is 1 less. And the heal is only marginally less. Alright, so here we've got a vault. This doesn't look like a vault because it, it's a big open area, not a small walled off, thing with a door you have to open and stuff like that. But by the programming, this is technically a vault. If we try to teleport within it, I believe it will not work. And like most vaults, it is very dangerous. This might be one that we deal with when we come back here.
because I'm not going to fight this before we clear out the maze, because if this were normal Daikara, the boss here might be easier, the final zone might be easier than this place, but as it is, I'm pretty sure we will die if we try to fight the boss right now. Or at least we have a better chance of surviving the maze and then coming back here. Get rid of all that stuff. We got tons of money. Could buy literally anything on this list very easily. Guess we should see. Okay, we don't really care about this any longer. Actually, some of these might be good. Yeah, the Strength Cunning Con. Maybe we want to do a little shopping trip at the beginning of the next session or the end of this one or something. Alright. Let's just let this guy come around here so we can fight it nice and safely. I'm not sure why it moved that way. I don't usually see them do that. Oops. I guess I tried to use an ability that I was out of range for. Alright, Storm Giant Chieftain. Storm Giants are the things, generally. Sometimes you find some, like, packs of really tough things, like I did with Hardcore Zune earlier. But generally it's the Storm Giants in this place that make it so tough. Because they have these chieftains that are really good. A lot of them have confusion abilities, which we saw us get with confusion earlier, even though we have just over 50% immunity to confusion. They also have some pretty good infusions, if I remember rightly, and they have boulder throwers, aka bullet throwers, because it is like getting riddled with bullets every time they attack. Ooh, oh boy, that is... That, oops, it's over here. Didn't we just pick up a... I hit the wrong button. There we go, okay. 419 life over 5 turns with a 12-second cooldown. Ours is a 16-second cooldown that heals 285. This one will continue scaling up because it scales off strength, whereas this one scales off of willpower, but I don't think we're ever going to be able to get that heal above this level, at least not at any time in the near future. So let's swap that out and get like a 30-something, 40-something% increase to our heal over time on a better cooldown. That sounds amazing. Oh, hello. Oh, what's this? That is a netherworm mass. Oh. It is part of our class, not our exact thing. Or not our exact class, but part of our like super class. Let's make a thing to taunt that, since it is doing us real bad here. Hit our new improved huge regeneration infusion. Probably actually want to have debuffed that a while ago with the extra damage thing. Man, this guy's really tough. Okay, it seems like we've cut through all of its or at least most of its healing. Alright. Ooh, that's a lot of lightning resist. We probably want to keep this and try to remember to put it on for the boss of Storm Peak, that's what we will get sent to when we finish the hey, there's a bunch of elementals invading Dearth quest. As I mentioned, that guy is a pretty powerful... Ooh, that's not good. Neither is that. He's a pretty powerful... Oh, geez, what is going on here? Lightning Rage. Okay, we're going to run this way and hope that we get to stay this way. And then let's hit this so we can do a really big AoE. It really throws me off that our image changes from, like, human person to huge, like, uncomfortable sort of, like, S&M looking demon when we hit that ability. What is this here? I guess it's just part of the ground. Okay, let's hit our regeneration fusion. We're stunned right now, so that's not very good, but we will just try to weather it with some regeneration and some shielding. Awesome. Got them all. What's the spell striking ego? 6 willpower, 5 magic, deals arcane damage, and plus spell power. This gives us strength and constitution, right? Oh. It's actually magic willpower. Oh, this is 30 blindness and confusion immunity. Yeah, we're going to keep that for now. Also, I think it does more, it has higher defenses than most things that we'll be finding at this level. Yeah, I don't think we want that. Pretty sure there's at least 4 levels here, so I'm going to go one more. Try to hit level 24 before we do the boss that is probably going to kill us. Ooh. Now these are pretty good. Oh wait, are these things I looked at before and said were only okay? I thought this was a helm actually. But no, they're gloves. So yeah, let's put those on. Those seem very good. Yeah, those ones are a strict upgrade over these ones. Okay, good. We didn't just walk into our deaths. I was not incorrect about there being at least one more level here. Oh, good lord, is this I'm sorry, these are snow giants, not storm giants. I'm channeling a little too much D&D, I guess. They sure look like they could be storm giants, though. Okay, what are you doing? I've done a glyph of twilight. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm fighting. I don't know anything. All I know is that I know nothing. Alright. Well, whatever it is, it seems to be done now. So that's good. Tier 2 War Axe, not going to be useful for us, but that's fine. Not everything has to be good. Well, that is a big old dragon. Fireworm. Unfortunately, not a multi-hued drake of any sort. Okay, let's just... Ooh, that's a lot of retchlings, so let's hit our movement infusion, duck down this way, make them come through one at a time, and fight, you know, fair. This is obviously fair, you know. Funnel them in one at a time. All that stuff. Oops, that was not good. Please stop that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, lightning abilities deal a lot of damage, as you are probably noticing. Let's try to pull that guy. Didn't work, of course, because those guys have a lot of physical condition resist. The way that condition resistance works in this, so there is the strict numbers that we looked at earlier, where it's like 50% confusion immunity, but a lot of things rely on what's called save. And save is different in that it is a comparison of the power of the effect being applied versus the save of the one it is being applied to. And because of that, and because of how good the scaling of the stats of the creatures in this game is, especially as you get later into the game, it's very, very difficult to really ever resist anything with any kind of consistency. Ooh, this is about Ziggur.
So pause if you're interested, I guess. That was a dangerous island explosion on that. And now I've forgotten what I was talking about. Partially because of the pain in my jaw. Which is probably going to make me stop streaming soon, because it is getting pretty intense. Alright, so, oh, here's the statue of Harkorzen. I didn't even realize that that was a demon, actually. I thought that it was an elemental. Interesting. Let's not touch this one either. Alright, let's try to at least finish off this zone. Get rid of this window over here so I can better make sure that everything looks okay. Oh yeah, physical power versus resistance and stuff. Yeah, so anyway, it because your opponents, the enemies in this game, will their like pure stats scale way faster than yours. It's really, really, really hard to ever resist anything using your save, as opposed to using just the straight up immunity stat. Okay, so this is the temporal rift. This rift leads somewhere. We're not going through that because we will die. But we've cleared out as much of the Dakara as we can without walking into a much more dangerous place than the maze. That's Anglewin. Oh, we were going to actually head to Anglewin, weren't we? To pick up one of these. So we've got Cunning, Willpower, 45 Life, 11 Healing Mod. This is way better. Alright, we're going to pick this ring up. So the Gladiator's Copper Ring of Misery. It's just copper, but the egos on it are so powerful. This is the wrong place. That I believe it'll be worthwhile. Oh boy, yeah, that my idea is starting to realize that it just had like a good millimeter or two lopped off of it. Alright. Okay, not seeing anything that's better that they've got here since then, so let's pick this up. We got plenty of money. And we will stick that on right there. Transmog this. Yeah, that is very good. Alright, so let's head back out from here. And actually, I don't believe that we want the other ring on there any longer, so I will just remove that. We definitely don't want this. I'm gonna leave the infusions and stuff on there right now. Don't want this. These are actually quite good, but I don't think we want to get rid of our current armor for it. Okay, so we're gonna try out the maze and hopefully win and maybe die and then call it a night either way. As I mentioned last time, these terrifying holes in the ground and all of the awful, disgusting horror creatures that infest this zone are a sure indication that we are in the alt maze, which is so freaking tough compared to the normal maze. Here's the boss, the Horned Horror. See how it goes. So we're gonna hit our destroyer right away. We're gonna hit it for as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. Now there's a bunch of guys out here. We're gonna create a bunch of things to taunt. AoE them down. You can hear that smack sound effect. That means that we are getting hit by unarmed strikes because this guy is a pugilist. Or, sorry, class is Brawler. Pugilism's one of the trees in Brawler. I actually learned that word from this game. I'd never heard it before until I was wondering what was beating the crap out of me, as we are witnessing right now. I'm having the crap beat out of me. So we're gonna dash around here. We have this thing now, so we can actually use that to heal up a little bit while we cower in the corner. Alright, we can... Is this infusion saturation? Yes. So I can use a rune without increasing the saturation, because those are on different things. Alright, we are now held. So we are silenced, grappled, and pinned. All of those things are absolutely terrible for us. We can use our infusion here now. Oh yeah, we can use this to deal a bunch of damage. That's pretty cool. Put up a shield. So I'll hit him with that. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Okay, I think we got it. I mean, knock on wood, but I think we got it. AoE to get rid of that guy behind there, hopefully. Alright, did it. Okay. Cool, cool. What do we get? The Black Boots. It is a treacherous road to the top of the world. Some bad infusions, some bad gloves. Shielding of the Titan, 221. Duration 5. Cooldown 14. That's a lot better than what we have. Alright, cool. So we got a better shield rune. Our shield rune is actually pretty bad compared to what we could have if we were finding not bad shield runes. My previous playthrough with this class, I actually got the Rune of Reflection very, very early on, which is a super powerful shielding rune that keys off of magic, which is one of our primary stats, and that actually reflects damage back, as the name would imply. It is very, very, very good, and I'm very sad that that character died despite having it. Alright, let's get... Now that we have enough constitution, let's get thick skin level 4. Got another 2.6% just straight up. Can't touch this. Getting these notifications down here, but not showing up on stream, so that's good. And we're going to put that point into... I think we're just going to put the next one into this, right? So we got another turn of the effect. Physical power goes up. Ooh, and that's right, this is disarm and stun immunity. So we actually become almost... So 65% to resist stunning right now when this is on. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, and actually, Abduction scales the number of hits that it gives. So next level it'll give us 2 extra hits for 35 damage apiece, which is even more amazing. So yeah, this is an amazing talent. I'm super stoked that we have it now. That we made it far enough. So we had 59 for this one. I think we're going to buff our strength because a lot of the strength that we have right now is coming from items and stuff that we might take off, and we want to be able to put more points into those things once we do. And now that we beat the boss, the boss is pretty much always right at the entrance of this dungeon, so you can never really set up a more favorable way to fight it. Although it did work out well that we had a corridor we could retreat into there. We might have been pretty dead without that. So let's do cleanup here now. Beat some Drem, beat some orcs. You'll notice that while there are orcs here, there haven't been a ton of them. Like, there's a couple zones where you find a few of them. We found a few in Daikara. Finding a few here. But that's been it for the most part. And that is actually a plot point of the game that, okay, we need more accuracy because we're missing everything, apparently. We spent our generic point, right? Yes. Put it into tough skin. Yeah, so there was a Big war with the orcs. They almost killed everyone. And then they didn't at the last moment. That was very dramatic. Oops. For the most part, everyone thinks that they have been wiped out, but clearly, as we have seen, that's not the case, and maybe that'll come up later, who knows. To be continued. There's more of that punching sound effect that I hate so much. Although in these guys, they don't have any of the talents that are super powerful. From the punching things, like they can't do the you're pinned and disarmed and silenced and hate your life. How to be a necromancer is actually a very important thing to find pages of if you are interested in being a necromancer, as you might be able to surmise, because it actually helps you unlock the class. You can't... it is not sufficient to... Come here. Come here! It is not sufficient to unlock the class, but it is necessary to find. I think there are four parts of that to that series. Letter to Rolf number 2, to Rolf the Ant Slayer, after he told his friend Weissman about the huge terrifying ants that he just fought, which, I mean, granted, like, huge ants would be terrifying, but, you know, when you're trying to make fun of your frenemy, might as well call him the Ant Slayer. Oh yeah, I didn't actually check out these. Okay, so I don't remember how the black items work, really. It's got grant 2.5% move speed for each point of shadow power. This is 5 shadow power, so it's 12.5, yes, percent movement speed. 10% stealth bonus for cunning. This is one of those things that if you have a lot of them, they actually do really cool things, so I'm just going to hold on to them. There's not really any reason not to. 40 life is pretty good, along with 3 magic, but is it better than these? Probably. Can also make stars fall on people, which is pretty cool. Okay, we'll throw these on. These aren't arcane disrupting, are they? Nope, they are arcane forces and forced by a master. Neither of which turn off all of our abilities, which is great. We probably want to replace that at some point. This might be the thing that we replace it with. Let's put it there for now. Okay, well, we survived. We have made it through all of Tier 3, with the exception of... Oh yeah, I should actually go to Eilhna and pick that that quest up, because even though they finished the quest that we were on for them, they can still give us other quests, I believe. So we finished all of Tier 2 except for Daikara now, so that's pretty cool. I thought once we hit the Alt Maze and then also Alt... Oh, this is... Wait. Okay, we'll deal with this next time. Or I'll deal with it off stream. But yeah, so we actually finished that off. I thought we were dead once we found Alt Maze plus Alt Daikara. But we've cleared Maze and everything in Tier 3 except for Daikara and Storm Peak, which is kind of the, like, capstone of that. And then we actually have some random dungeons we can do, and or do kind of the capstone of this half of the game, which is called... oh man, what is it called? You fight the master there. Dreadfell, a necromancy-themed dungeon. But we can deal with that next time. And to be totally honest, I thought we were going to be dead a long time ago. I haven't made it past level probably 18 or 19 with this class in any of my playthroughs on this difficulty. But I think we kind of got to the point where we found the right damage abilities and the right mix of survival and engagement and mobility to not die terribly too early, so that's great. But I think that will wrap it up for today. So thank you so much for joining. Always a pleasure doing this. Let us know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Like, subscribe. Already said like. Click the thing for notifications. Comment, all that stuff. Let us know what you would like to see us do. What you'd like to see us cover. All that. Chris has got some more stuff coming up in the near future. I think he's got some Pokemon Sword and Shield coming up, so stay tuned for that. But until then, this has been Ben with a severe toothache and a lot of work to get done with the Tiger's Den. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.